Isaiah chapter 50 verses 5-9. I gave my back to those who beat me. The Lord God opens my ear that I may hear, and I have not rebelled, have not turned back. I gave my back to those who beat me, my cheeks to those who plucked my beard, my face I did not shield from buffets and spitting. The Lord God is my help, therefore I am not disgraced, I have set my face like flint, knowing that I shall not be put to shame. He is near who upholds my right, if anyone wishes to oppose me, let us appear together. Who disputes my right? Let that man confront me. See, the Lord God is my help, who will prove wrong. This reading is often referred to as a servant's song, a servant who willingly accepts his afflictions because of his confidence in God. In the Old Testament, slaves could not be kept for more than 6 years. But the slave could become a bond slave, a slave by choice if he chose to remain with his master. After making the choice to be a bond slave, an awl, a metal-pointed instrument, was driven through his earlobe and a gold ring would be placed in the hole. In verses 5 and 6 the servant declares obedience and faithfulness to God. In verses 7 and 9 the servant tells us that his faith in God will save him. He is so confident he says, I have set my face like flint. The servant's faith is as unbreakable as his flint, but his adversaries are like old cloth infested with moths. The cloth's time is short, but the servant's time is eternal. The cloth will be eaten up by the moths who represent sin, but the righteous will be saved from destruction by God who forgives and removes sin if asked. We can apply this Old Testament reading to the New Testament life of Jesus. Jesus didn't rebel against his Father. Matthew chapter 26 verse 39, he advanced a little and fell, prostrate in prayer, saying, My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, yet, not as I will, but as you will. John chapter 8 verse 29, the one who sent me is with me. He has not left me alone, because I always do what is pleasing to him. Jesus was beaten, mocked, and never lost confidence in God. Matthew 26 verse 67, then they spat in his face, and struck him, and slapped him. Christ's enemies, the religious leaders, were like the old cloth. Matthew 12:14, but the Pharisees went out and took counsel against him to put him to death. They, like the cloth, were consumed by their own sin. You can always trust in the Lord to help you if you remember to ask for the help. Psalm 50 verse 15, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me.